The number one thing and I don't mean to jump to Thanksgiving so quickly, but the number one thing that I'm thankful for in my entire life, and I'm talking about since I was born, is recording videos only to find out that it didn't record. If I could go back in time and sit on Santa's lap and ask for anything in this world, it would just be that on a repetitive cycle. That's my heaven. When I die, I hope that I live an eternity of not recording videos, but talking for hours regardless. I can't spend as much time as I just did, or else I'll be sitting here for so long, I'll die of starvation. So I'm just going to jump right into it. One, AVTX is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. I sold it out for a small loss, and then it ran to 35 cents 2 days later, which would have made me a good, clean $15,000 at least. I know, don't count the ones that you missed, but I don't give a fuck. It's still one of the worst things that could ever happen to anybody on this planet. Then I waited for it to come down. I thought I was catching bottom at a gap fill, figured out the gap was a little bit lower, overshot the gap, shot all the way down negative 20%, which I have a significant holding. And now it won't get off its fucking ass. So that's neither here nor there. We'll get into that later in the video, but just know that I'm on the verge of a cliff and there's not much stopping me from trying to fly. The lesson of the day, and listen the fuck up, is know what you own. Track the stock, know the management, know the posters, watch it for a long fucking time. As long as you have to until it's ready, and when it's ready, you put your bet in. I'm done with the all over the place, rushing into this, having anxiety enough to want to fucking slit my throat, drink my own blood, send the rest of it to Haiti. It's too much. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't drink water, I can't work out at the gym, I can't even fuck, and that's never happened in my life. I don't want to have sex with anyone. If the most badass woman walked into my house right a couple of days ago, just because I've been so stressed out, I'd say, who are you? Go away. I'm down $1,000 billion. Not really, but I've just been overstressed. Big reason for that is because I haven't been working. So, it's not even that I need to work because I'm stable at the moment, but at the same time, I'd like to make some money. One. Two, COVID lockdowns are coming and I'm fucking in events, sick. And three, I just need to get the fuck out of my goddamn house. That's why I love my job, is because at least puts me in front of new people every day. Oh, don't go out on me here. Don't do the blurry shit. Not now. But yeah, it's just not working sucks. People that complain about not working and sit on their ass and play video games all day deserve death. You shouldn't survive. You shouldn't be alive. You are just taking up space. You need to work. I'm talking about as a man, not as a woman. I mean, you can if you'd like, whatever. But at the same time, as a man, if you're not working, you might as well kill yourself. Listen, if you're disabled, but I'm saying if you're just a fucking lazy piece of shit, and you're just I'll just collect money from the government, I don't understand why you even want to be alive. That's what keeps me alive. And when I'm not working and I'm not pushing forward and I'm not showing progress and I feel steadfast and comfortable, I hate it. It makes me feel like I'm dying inside. So I've been a little bit anxious. I've been drinking a little bit too much. I haven't been hitting the gym as hard as I should be. So that's kind of where I've been, but I'm okay. I'm back now and I'm going to stick to the plan that I have. I'm going to know what I own. I'm going to wait for the right moment, and then I'm going to shoot my shot. It's over trading. It's rushing into stuff. It's being an action junkie, but it's got me a little bit fucked up recently. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board, and it's very, very simple. You buy something that you know. First one was RBT. This is talking about the last month or so. RBT, GNS. The next one is BDPT. I'll show it to you today. We're going to jump into that next. Would you fucking work? I thought that would make it work. It didn't. I hate it. Okay, you're just going to have to deal with a blurry me. Sorry, I don't care anymore. I'm done with it. This is the 7th time I've shot this fucking video. I'm on a very low-calorie diet. You're going to have to bear with me here. What the fuck was I even talking about? BDPT. And sorry for the cursing. I don't care. I'm not monetized. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want outside of politics because nobody will follow me because I'm so far right that I'm falling off fucking the edge of the world. So I can't. But BDPT is going to be the next stock that you want to own, and you're going to want to own it through next week. I see it hitting 9.5 to 1 cent. That's about 100 from where my buy-in started. It's getting good. I had perfect timing because I knew the stock. It's that simple. If you know the stock and you feel it and you read it and you breathe it and you let it inside you for a day or two or even up to a month, the entire time, the thing's been in you for so long, it's waterlogged. Okay, I needed to get into the charts. But BDPT is going to be the one we start with, and I'm telling you, this thing is fire flames. We're going to just be, I'm not going to be going all over the place anymore. It's making me go nuts. I'm going nuts, okay? No sexy time for me recently because I can't stop thinking about where the stock's going to go the next day because I have no fucking idea. But this one, I do. So I'm going to sleep real nice tonight. I'm going to eat something tasty. And I'm going to be able to breathe without wanting to murk my brain. Okay, so this should work. We got to double check. Because if it doesn't, then suicides will happen. And you don't want that to happen. That's got to be good enough, folks. All right, so BDPT, absolute sex chart. Trend is perfect. The trend is your friend. I know you guys want me to say a million things about these stocks. You don't really need to know much. I don't need to go into the DD. You probably already know it anyway. If you're sitting here watching this video, I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you to sell it. I'm telling you what I'm doing, and you can follow me. You could, but if this is the first time you're looking at this chart, don't buy it tomorrow. Wait for it to trade. Watch it. Wait for the right time to buy it. Don't ever chase into anything you don't know. So that's why I don't get in depth. I'm not getting the DD to me doesn't matter. I know there's a lot of people like Power Battles who's very into the DD and tries to find 2 stocks a year that really work out and make him a bunch of money instead of trying to jump in and jump out. And I get that. That's a really solid strategy. I'm a little bit more of a short-term guy. I'm looking for 2 weeks to a month max hold. And I haven't been doing that recently, but we're getting back to that because it's really what makes the most money. Every time I made big jumps in my account, it's because I knew the stock and I held it for more than a day. So the reason why this is bullish is not only is it closing over this middle band, which we love. The RSI is above 50. We love. That just shows that it's bullish. The MACD is starting to curl back up. As you can see, the last time it did that, it ran hard. This has had even more time of consolidation, a deeper red. So that tells me it's going to go deeper green. Now, I might be wrong, but I'm seeing 1. I'm seeing 1 by the end of next week. If you look at the weekly on this, I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. It literally, a weekly flag broke out. Boom. Took a couple weeks, but eventually hit a very high high. I see the same thing happening here. Again, consolidation. This only had a week of consolidation. This had 2 weeks of consolidation. Now, this is just the beginning of the week. Are you already riding this line up? I do not see us having a lower low than 3.5. If anything, max fallback, it's going to be like 3.9, 3.8, 3.7 max, but I don't see that happening at all. It's getting away. Once you start getting into the fives, like if this closes the week here, then again, I would expect by the first week in October, this to be trading at 1. It could be quicker than that. It could be longer than that, but I doubt it. I think that this thing has a lot of play. I don't see a lot of bears on it. Nobody, like, there's not a lot of sellers. It seems like the float's kind of locked. Flippers have been bringing it down, but it's been perfectly consolidating. I think the weekly is sexual. I think the daily is sexual. I think the posters are good. I think the way that it trades is very thin. This is as close to a guarantee, if you get in at the right price, as you're going to fucking get. So, and that's all I'm trading from now on. And that's how I'm going to make it. That's how I'm going to get my account way higher. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to buy things that are 90% sure. I'm never going to get into another trade, period. Unless I have a shit ton of money in my account and I got play money to play with and I'm just day trading the fuck out of these fucking meme stocks. While I'm trying to grow wealth, I am only going to buy what I'm sure of, and I'm going to do it once in a while. I don't have to be involved in the market every fucking day. Okay? That's what's going to make us money here, folks. And if you want to follow me, this might be sure proof, because if I actually take my time, I get green a lot. Okay, so AVTX was the last one that I was dead set on, and it ran from fucking 8 to fucking 35. Was I involved? No. But it gives you the idea. I was 99% sure on that. I'm 99% sure on this. Just watch it. And do your own DD. I'm not here to tell you how much you got to do all that so it solidifies it within you. Make sense? Sometimes I just wonder, like, why is AVTX the biggest piece of shit to ever exist? So we're going to go into that one next. And this is the weekly that looks like fucking poop on a stick. Look, this is why I should have fucking paid attention to this middle band, but I didn't have this chart up. God damn it. It always returns to the middle band. And that's exactly where it's reversing from. I would have probably bought it on the band, which would have gotten me like 11.30 or like 11.50. I probably would have bought it. Much better than freaking 14, but that's neither here nor there. Look, we're going to get a return. I think it's going to close this gap up near 21. That's what I'm seeing, like 20, 0.5, whatever the fuck. It's just testing my patience. Like today it had a higher high and a lower low and closed the slightest bit red. And now in after hours, they're trying to piss me off. This is exactly what they did here. Right before it did this. I bought it like right here, dude. AVTX looks like it's reversing here, bouncing off that middle band, looking for the gap fill to the north at like, actually more like 21 some shit. Probably overbought it they'll probably overbuy it to 25. So just like start accumulating down here at the lows. Best, what else am I going to fucking say? You know what I mean? AMC. Do you want to work or? Oh, no? Okay. You know, if I'm looking at this, I'm looking for a pop max, what the fuck is this price? You're not going to fucking show me, though. Why is this percentages? Why is this percentages? Why are you giving me 70%? What is the price? Whatever, yo. Oh, that might be wise. God. Thank God I'm a fucking genius. 1105 is your max. Unless you get some ridiculous news and you hit the top band and you close this gap at 19. Your MACD looks good. Your RSI is kicking back. You're at I mean, this thing is like 80 cents pre-split, which is unbelievable. If you want DD on this show about AMC, then just quit trading. Like, you shouldn't. AMC is not a good company. I say this all the fucking time. Follow me, don't follow me. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to sit here and shill for like one of the biggest. The guy's scamming everybody. He knows the business is going bankrupt, but he's just eluding on you to raise money to probably give executives for under-year bonuses or whatever. It's just a failing business. So again, you go by the what you have in front of you, and if you're entering the stock now, you're looking for a first target of 11 and a second target and a max target of like 19. That's all that matters. That's all that matters ever. Moan. Because the company and the market, they don't want you to win. So now look, Mullen's pulling back to this middle band. Look at that perfect kiss on the middle of it. Got to be focusing on that middle band, folks. Look at the way it rises to it and comes back down. Look at the way it rises above it and breaks almost hit the top Bollinger Band. Then it does the next day and it pulls right back down to the middle. If you're going to buy here, just make sure you buy. Make sure it has like on the bottom here. Don't chase the open wherever, if it's up there. And then, make sure that it doesn't fall below this line and go for this bottom band because it is Moan and we know that they dilute and we know that it's a scam and we know that their cars are the shittiest things to ever exist. We know that they don't work. We know the company is never going to succeed. We know that the CEO hates you. We know that the CEO went on national TV and acted like there was a technical difficulty when he was asked about his SG&A expenses that were upwards of like $4 million, and they don't even have an existing company except for these parts that they buy from China and put together in a warehouse, all at the basic taxpayers but shareholders' expense. And you guys just continue to jack this guy off and let him shoot all over your mouth. Sorry. I'll never say that again. But you get the idea. You get the picture. At least I hope that you do from that description. You're just getting banged hard by this guy that looks like a fucking fucking jellyfish, and one that's been dead on the beach for years. Stop. Trade it. Know your levels. Period. That's all. What else was I looking at today? Some days I wonder if AVTX can ever hold a gain. That's all. That's all I want to say. Will it ever go up? God only knows. You know what I mean? God only knows. Will it ever? I don't know. I have no idea. You know what I mean? Some days I just think, is it too much? Is it too much to keep going? Is it too much to keep trying? I mean, is it not always hit this middle band? Does it not respect it like a young boy that gets beaten by his father? I don't know. And that's what I'm seeing. It does. It respects it like a young child who gets beat by his father. And who's going to respect that father now, isn't he? And that's just what we get here. So look, if you're buying, look to buy. Hopefully it has a higher low tomorrow. But it looks like it wants to go here. It looks like it wants to go. There's been a lot of volume. RSI is right at the 50. You get a little bit of a dip tomorrow. It might not be a bad idea. MACD is rising. Everything looks pretty good here. I mean, I'm not buying it, but I've been watching it for a while. Not that I wouldn't. But BDPT is the nicest thing I've ever done. See, man. Oh, this one will be fun. RNVA. Oh, and then we're gonna do another one. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, I'm so glad I remembered. Am I ever gonna remember this to not do this? Yo, the chart doesn't matter. The chart doesn't matter. Don't even look at the chart. It doesn't matter. It's the biggest piece of shit to ever exist. Actually, let me see if I can zoom out. I think this RNVA, since I've been watching it, I've seen it, been watching it for like 4 years. Because every couple months, whatever, fuck it. This is what it looks like. It is the biggest, most obvious game. I can't believe that it gets people to even buy it. The only people that buy it are people that have never heard of it, and they're just like, oh, it's getting a lot of play. Oh, I see it on the most read on iHub. Should I buy it at one? And it happens every time. It gets pumped and it gets dumped, and it turns you into a fucking it takes you away from everything that you want. It takes you away from your wife because you go broke. It takes you away from your kids because you become a chronic masturbator and don't do anything but sit in your room and watch porn. It takes you away from the things that you love because you never leave your house. It takes you away from your job because you can't get off your ass because it's literally covered in shit because you can't even get out of bed to go to the bathroom because you hate your life. When you buy this stock, you will never shit again. You will be clogged to the brim. It will become so full. You'll become so full with your own shit. It'll start pouring out of your mouth. And that's why your wife's going to leave you. That's why the kids are going to go. That's why you're going to lose everything you have. That's why you're going to live in a dungeon. That's why you're going to go down to hell with all the devil and all of his demons. That's why you're going to live in fiery flames for the rest of eternity. That's all the stock is. That's my review. What else am I going to look at? The chart. This looks like if I could put a price on gayness, this would be the barcode. If you could price faggotry, this is what would come up. This is what you'd scan. Talking about pieces of shit, Russian. I try. Am I going to do it again? Am I going to do it every single time? Probably. What was I just? Oh, Russian. I tried to warn you guys, and once I realized what was going on here, and when I interviewed this fucking piece of shit, I kind of knew too. Not because he told me, but I know the penny stock scammers. I saw the chart. It was a pump and dump. I knew that was, I knew that it's all the same. I've seen it all before, and it's always the same story. It's, oh, we tried, but we failed. It was never meant to be a success in the first place. That guy Ashley deserves to get his fucking head split. He was threatening to sue me for defamation. Hey, faggot, come fight me. Hey, faggot, get fucked. I hope that your wife gets gang raped outside of your house by a bunch of fucking birds. I hope your wife gets pounded out by a herd of deer right outside your house in front of your kids while you're not human anymore. You get in such a bad accident that the car ceases to exist. They can't identify the body. You disappear and nobody mentions your name. Nobody ever talks to you again. You're a figment of everybody's imagination. In fact, your own parents are like, I don't even remember him, because they immediately get dementia the next day and they forget about you, and your kids forget about you. And again, your wife has been so violated by a fucking herd of birds that she's unrecognizable. She never goes, she stays in the house. She goes into the basement and weaves wool for the rest of her life. That's what I have planned for you. And because I will pray for this nightly. I know that you're a Christian. I hope that I hope that you, God, I hope that you denounce your faith and you go to hell because of it. I wish only the worst thing. I hope that you're on a mission trip to Africa and it gets in a plane crash and you survive the plane crash and then you get eaten not by sharks, but by a giant whale. And then you get spit out 3 days later like Jonah, but you don't get spit out and go to the town of Nineveh and save the city. You get spit out and just die. You just break your neck and you lay there for 6 days, starving to death and having no water. And then you slowly die and you go, even though there is no hell, God will create a hell for you and you'll be there forever. That's what you deserve, you piece of literal living shit. I hope you die and everyone that you're affiliated with dies as well. So go ahead, sue me over defamation, you faggot. Or come fight me like a man, you little 5-foot fucking pussy. I hate these scammers. They make me sick. I mean, what else do I got to do here? TTOO. That thing's just like a shot. I'll do NVOS. Let's see. NVOS got tanked on today. Then I gotta go to the gym and let off some steam before I fucking blow my head off. This is gonna be a dirty one, folks, but whatever. Deal with it. All you need to know is BDPT. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. But do leave your reviews because I will review the stocks that you want me to review. Now look. Wait. Yeah, I was like, that's not true. But no, this thing is coming back and it's closing below the middle band. That's probably why it sold off so much. You might be filling this gap, folks. I mean, I don't even know. This might be shot. I don't know. It's just up so significantly. Your MACD is looking bearish as all fuck. Your RSI is it's just losing its steam. You had the opportunity. There were so many opportunities to buy and sell. If you didn't, it's your own fault. It basically went right below the gap. It could resurrect, but it's a gamble here, especially with the bearish indicators. So that's all I got to say today. Know what you own, do the DD, watch the stock trade. Don't just jump into something because you're trying to have fun. You will lose almost every single time. I love y'all. I'm sorry for the cursing, but I haven't been drinking. I haven't been smoking. I'm on a little bit on edge. Flying away now.